Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Techbeast.org. So today's video is all about the continuation of my part 1 video. So in part 1 of Git, what we discussed is all about the basics and all the basic commands, how you can work with Git in your local machine. Okay, so now in this video it's a part 2. So completely we are going to talk about how you can make use of Git for all your remote collaborations in various open source projects which you want to do, or you want to collaborate with any of your favorite open source projects. Okay, so let's get into the topic. So basically, these are all the commands in general we are going to use today during our demo or something. Like I'm going to show you a project how to work with. So basically, Git Remote. So Git Remote is basically it's a remote in Git. So just a GitHub URL which you will specify that this is your remote repository. So you will inform your local machine to send, to push and pull all the remote repositories from that remote Git repository. Okay, so basically it's a repository that all the team members use to exchange their changes. Okay, in our case it's a remote repository in GitHub. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. So then Git clone. So what this command will do, so this command will help you to clone the repositories from remote to your local machine. So when you just execute git clone, and when you put the URL of the remote GitHub URL, so it will completely clone all the files, everything. Okay, so into your local machine. So which we will talk about talk more in detail in our upcoming uh, videos. Okay, on my upcoming session, sorry. So then git push. So git push, this command will help you to push the repository which is in your local machine to remote. Okay, so then git pull. So git pull and fetch, you need to understand what is the difference. So git pull, what this git pull will do, git pull will completely download all the changes made, okay, from the remote, and integrate the changes with your local working files. Okay, so then git fetch, what it will do, it will just download, but the thing is it won't integrate with your working file. So you are the one who need to decide whether you want to integrate with your working file or not. So git pull and fetch you can use accordingly according to your need. Git fetch is less risky. Okay, so in case if you want to review or do something before you are not so confident with your code, you can always do git fetch. And git pull is okay, fine, the code is good and I'm ready to um, accept the changes, means you can straight away execute git pull. Okay, okay, so in today's this remote collaboration, what we are going to do basically, so you can see left side there is a techbeast.org's GitHub page. I'll show you, and right side is my personal GitHub page. So what we are going to do is we are just going to uh, create a simple GitHub project, and how we are just going to see how these two GitHub accounts, how these two people are going to collaborate for this collaborate in this project using GitHub and Git. Okay, so basically we are going to push the local repository, a simple bootstrap login page. Okay, that's just for an example, so it can be any of your project. Just bootstrap login page we are going to create in our local machine, and we are going to push it to GitHub, and the collaborator is going to pull it, and he's going to do some enhancement, and he's going to make a simple pull request, and we are going to review the pull request, and we are going to merge it with our uh, master branch. Okay, so that's how the collaboration, everything is going to work remotely. Okay, so that's so exciting, right? So let's get into the hands-on session. Okay, so now you can see the GitHub page. So techbeast.org is GitHub page in left side, and right side is my command line. So now what we are going to do is basically we are going to push a simple project to GitHub. So as I said, GitHub is something like a hosting provider for all your source codes. Okay, so we are going to push a local project from our local machine to GitHub. Okay, so then further I will tell you how you can collaborate with your friend or something in order to build an interesting project. Okay, so now the initial step is you need to create a repository in GitHub. So just click new in the repository. So you can, I'm going to give a simple a simple project light. So let me give simple login. So this is just for an example. So basically it's a bootstrap login page for Techbeast. Okay, so you can choose whether it's a public repository or private repository. So obviously we are going to choose this as a public repository so that you can refer it later. So just create a repository. Okay, so the moment you click create repository, GitHub will suggest and it will tell you all the steps. Okay, so what you need to do in order to push the repository to the GitHub. So now you see, so git init, I hope you guys will be familiar. Okay, so looks familiar, these kind of commands. Of course, we learn all these commands in my previous video. So if you didn't watch part one, so just click the link in the description, so where you can see the part one where we covered almost all the git basics. Okay, so let's just initialize this repository as a git repository. So git init, so you can see the command, it's almost same. So then what you want to do is, if you want, you can add a readme file, but here we are not going to add anything. So basically you can see here, so what I'm having inside this folder is just a simple web page. Okay, so this is a simple web page which I'm going to use for this demo. Okay, so please sign in, it's a bootstrap, so simple web page. So then what we will see is we are going to change the logo, and we are going to add some welcome to TechBeast, some kind of additional headings, and we are going to make a merge, so remotely. So all these things we are going to do remotely. Okay, so first let's push this web page, all these project into the GitHub first. Okay, so what you want to do is you need to commit. So the commit, as I said, you want to ensure that your project is properly committed, and you want to and it is ready to push. Okay, so let's just commit it. So git commit dash m. So before that, you want to add all these projects. Okay, so as I said, so git add dot, it will add almost everything, all the file, everything, whatever you have inside this folder, it will add everything. So now you can just click the git, just type the git status, and you can see everything like staged. Okay, so now we are going to commit it. So just commit it to git commit dash m. So this is a login page. Okay, the simple login page, that's all. So now we have committed, and you can see the git status, there is nothing to commit. Okay, after committing, what we want to do, we want to push to GitHub. Okay, so that you can access it from anywhere. So you can see you need to add the remote origin here. So just copy this git remote add origin. This is basically the URL of your repository. Okay, so git remote add origin, so just copy this and paste it. So this will add the remote repository. So if you want to double confirm, okay, where's your remote, so just type git remote dash v. Dash v stands for verbose if you want more details. Okay, so just type dash git remote dash v, you will see the repository here, origin. Okay, so now we are going to push. Okay, so what is this git push dash u origin master. So master is the branch, of course. Okay, so in my previous video we talked about branching and merging all these, right? So if you want to see in what branch you are, just type git branch, it will tell you you are in master. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to push this master branch to the remote. Okay, so now it will ask you for the username and password in order to authenticate it. So just key in your username, password, then you're ready to push your repository. Okay, so as you see here, my repository, all the source code, everything is being pushed to the GitHub. So let me just refresh this page, and now you can see all the files and folder available inside. Simple login. So let me just click it. Okay, so view code. Okay, you can see the assets, index.html, signin.css, all these files available inside. Okay, so after you push your source code to your GitHub repository, what's the next step? Okay, so as I said, we want to collaborate. So ultimately, the aim of this video is to teach you guys how you can collaborate with for a project with between your friends, and do all these kind of changes and maintain as a single open source project. Okay, so here as you see, we have pushed this project to this local techbeast.org/simple login, and right side you can see I have opened a different GitHub account. So assume that it can be your friend and who wish to collaborate with you uh, for this project. Okay, so basically what he will do is you can always fork it. So in GitHub, there is a concept called forking. So forking means it will just completely take a copy of the source repository into your GitHub repository. So you can just see here. So when I just click repository, you can see the simple login which belongs to techbeast.org. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fork it. So when I click fork, what will happen basically? All these entire source code will come under ap-venkat slash simple dash login. So it will be like your friend's repository or whoever wish to collaborate. So we have forked this repository. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are just going to do some modifications or do some enhancement. Let's say enhancement for this simple web page. I'm going to just add a logo and just a welcome note. Okay, so basically what how you will clone. Okay, so then the next thing is we want to clone the repository. Okay, so let's open. Okay, so assume that it's another machine, a remote machine where your friend or whoever you wish to collaborate, it's a remote machine. So just the command to clone the repository, any repository, a public repository is git clone. Just put the URL. So what it will basically do is it will clone the entire repository. So when you just click, just type ls, you can see the simple login is cloned into your local machine. Okay, so now what you're going to do, so we are going to do some enhancement as I said. Okay, so basically now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the logo first. Okay, so I don't want to use the bootstrap logo, I just want to use techbeast.org's logo. Okay, so for this example let me just open this image in new tab and copy the URL just to make it simple. Okay, so so let's just go down and you can see the image here. Okay, just change the image here. Okay, so just paste it. That's all. Then what we are going to do is we are just going to add another command which is like some new heading. Okay, so basically below the image we can add a heading like welcome to techbeast.org. So it can be any changes you can make. So just put a heading welcome to techbeast.org, thanks for watching. Okay, so that's it. So now just save it. Fine. So now when you type git status you can see, okay, so there is a modified file which is index.html and you can just stage it. Okay, so git add index.html. Okay, that's good. So git status, so you have staged it. So now if you want to check the remote repository, what do you want to do? So just type remote. Okay, so now you will see you are in origin. If you want to see more details, as I said, you need to type git remote dash v verbose. So you can see it here, you are in origin. But the remote URL is ap venkat, it's not techbeast, it's your friend's repository. Okay, so now your friend would like to make a pull request. Okay, so you want to make a pull request and so that you can take a look at the web page and you can merge it to your master repository later. So okay, so what how we can make a pull request? So now as you see, we need to push this, right? Push this change to the your friend's repository, something like that. So let's just commit it. So git commit dash m, added logo and welcome note. Okay, just for um, a reference. So okay, so get push dash u origin master. Okay, okay, fine. So let's just log into it. Venkat. Okay, let me type the password. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now your friend has pushed all his changes to his repository. Let's take a look. Okay, so just refresh it. You can see the code here. Okay, so you can see the commit here, added logo and welcome note. Okay, so now so maybe if so now we want to take a look at it and you want to merge it to the your personal repository, you mean your master repository. Okay, so now what do you want to do? Your friend, basically your friend will make a pull request. So what does it mean? Pull request is just requesting the main master branch contributor, whoever is the owner of the project, to consider this change and make it merge to the master repository. So it will just show you whatever the changes you have made and everything. So as you see here, the base repository is the techbeast-org's login, and the sub repository, the head repository is my personal repository. Okay, so basically now what we are going to do is just click create pull request. Okay, so we can make a command, added a simple welcome note and welcome note, and a logo. That's it. Okay, so when you just click create pull request, what will happen next? Okay, so let's just minimize this and let's open techbeast.org's GitHub page. So basically, when you click repositories and under simple login, you will see a pull request. When you just click pull request, you can see there is a pull request opened by AP Venkat, maybe whoever the contributor. So when you just click, what will happen basically? Okay, so you'll see, oh, okay, something happened, some kind of changes he has made. Okay, so you want to check whether this change is good enough to accept or not. So what you're going to do? So let's go back to our personal machine, and what we are going to do is we are just going to, okay, so Git, we are going to create a new branch. Okay, so I don't want to merge, I don't want to mix the master branch and this testing branch. Okay, so I just want to create a new branch. So git branch, and I just type it enhancements. Okay, I just create a branch with enhancement. Okay, so now when you type git branch, you can see, sorry, git branch, you can see enhancement and master. So I want to check out to enhancement branch. Okay, enhancements. Okay, so now I'm in my enhancements branch. Okay, now I want to add the remote origin of my friends repository, or however the contributors repository. So let me just go to actual repository slash the owner of the repository, so whoever made the changes. So let me just copy the remote URL from their repository. So just copy, this is the remote URL, ap-venkat slash simple login. So this is the master repository of my collaborator. Okay, so now if you want to add a remote, what you will do, so it's basically git remote add ap-venkat, just for the reference, the contributors repository, and just click enter. So now when you type git remote verbose, you will see the details. So origin belongs to Techbeast, and the enhancement. Okay, enhancements you are going to try. The remote origin is belongs to AP Venkat, the contributor. Okay, so now let me just clear it. Okay, so just click check the git status to make sure that you are in enhancement branch, and working directory is clean. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to pull the changes basically. Okay, so just pull the changes in the repository. Whatever the changes your friend has made, just pull it in his from his master branch. So git pull http the actual URL. When you click enter, so basically this will pull all the details and whatever the changes the contributor has made into your enhancement under your enhancement branch. Okay, so basically, okay, now I want to see how this change looks like basically. Okay, so let me just go to the index.html. When I click, I can see the change. Hey, wow, welcome to techbeast.org, thanks for watching, please sign in. Okay, so what are the changes he has made is reflected here. Okay, so now, okay, fine, the logo is updated. Okay, now I'm satisfied with the change. So basically now I want to merge it. I want to merge it to the master branch. Okay, so let me just open it, and I'm satisfied with the changes. So let me just check out to the master branch. Okay, okay, so we are checked out to the master branch. So you can merge in two ways, either using the web interface from the Git, or you can use via the CLI command line. Okay, so basically what you can do, so now you're in TechBeast, right? So when you just click merge pull request, everything will be automatic. Okay, so but let's do it via command line. Okay, so what you'll do basically, so what you'll do basically, merge enhancements. Okay, so git merge enhancements. So this will merge the enhancement branch belongs to the AP Venkat, whoever the guy who contributed, and we are merging it to the master branch. Okay, so now let's just check the status, and you can see you are on branch master. Your branch is ahead of one commit. So because the commit is already took from the contributor, so the system is using, there is nothing to commit. Okay, now mind, let's just push it to the repository. So git push dash u origin master, origin master. Okay, okay, so just sign in, authorize the changes. Okay, you can just push it. Okay, cool. So let's just go to our Techbeast.org's repository. Just you can see when you click pull request, you won't see anything. Okay, GitHub is very intelligent, and once you merge it, it will be automatically moved from open to closed. So add a logo and welcome note by Venkat, IP Venkat, the contributor. You have already merged it with your master repository. That's it. So now when you just click index.html, you will see the changes took place here. So we have added a new line here, and we have added a welcome note here. Okay, so that's how this remote collaboration and participation. So you can, this is just a simple web page. Okay, just think of it's a big open source project. Your friend is doing something, and a lot of people are working together. You want to review individual person's changes, and once you're satisfied, you want to merge it. Okay, and that's how this Git works when it comes to remote collaboration. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like my videos and channel, please subscribe to it and show your support. So let's learn every day. Let's make technology easy peasy for everyone. I hope everyone are staying safe, and thank you.